We all got skills. We have talents and we have passions. But mine happens to be sex. This is the Funsexual podcast with your oversharing swinky best friend, Majesty. And I'm talking sex and all of the ways and all of the things that make sex, well, fun. Hello, friends. I'm back with another episode of the Funsexual podcast. We upgraded. We got a little sign. I know it's going to be backwards, and I'm probably not going to flip the video, but y'all know it's the logo. I'm wearing Funsexual green today. I'm back. It's your girl, Majesty. My friends call me Maj. Raising, you better not step on that table. We are not friends right now. You've been acting up. You have been fresh, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, it's me, Maj, Majesty, the play party princess, the wholesome hoe, I had a whole lot of alliteration for my AKAs and I cannot seem to remember them. The only one that I really remember, the one that really resonates with me is the play party princess. Oh, the sexy sweetheart. I am that, the sexy sweetheart. How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are having a great week. I just came off of an awesome weekend. I forgot that I should be speaking into a microphone right now. I get a little excited. But I just came off of a great, amazing weekend. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have gotten a live or two or bits and pieces of what happened this weekend. So this weekend, I hosted the Weekend Playcation with the Harder Soft podcast, and it was, I don't have the words to say. And so in this episode, for the people who were not there, I'm going to brag about how much fucking fun we had. I am going to talk about all of the sexy nastiness that I witnessed this weekend. I don't have an outline. I ain't going to name drop, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't none of y'all damn business because y'all wasn't there. But let me tell y'all, the Polaroids were lit. The visually, everything was lit. You just had to be there. It was a whole fucking vibe. Like, to the people, I hate bragging when people don't really understand. Like, you just had to be there to understand that this was one of the best events, kinky black event. This was one of the best. I do this shit. When it comes to the events, I do this shit. Like, I'm really fucking good at this. I gotta brag on myself because I am good at putting together a fucking vibe. I am the cultivator of vibes. I am really good at picking people and saying, we're gonna bring these people together for a good time. Or I'm really fucking good at that. Even when it's not kinky, I am so fucking, whatever. Let me tell y'all something, okay? First of all, the group that we had was fucking phenomenal. Everybody was gorgeous, black, smelling like cocoa butter. It was beautiful. One night we did a red night, and so everybody was just beautiful in black wearing red, and it was awesome. We hand selected the people who were going to come on this trip because I had a very specific vision in mind of how I wanted this trip to go, and I think it went better than my vision in my mind. It definitely went even better than the vision in my mind, but I think that was because we had such a solid group. One of the young ladies, actually, where is it at? Yo, so y'all know how much I love my little shrooms, right? One of the young ladies brought a bag full of shrooms for everybody. Everybody got their own little Steelers jersey bag full of shrooms. Those are the type of people that we invited. We didn't ask her to do that. She just did that. And that was the sweetest, kindest thing that someone could have did for this kind of trip. Like, and let me tell you something, they were some good shrooms too. They were definitely some good shrooms, because I just remember at one point I was like, yeah, I'm definitely shroomy. I think that was Saturday night. Saturday daytime, we ended up going to the gun range. We took everybody to the gun range, and that was like a really fun trip. A lot of people had never shot guns before, so we was in there like pew pew. So that was really fun. I'm just gonna start at Friday and walk y'all through the weekend as best as I can recall. So Friday, I get there, I set up. Now when I set up, here's Raisin. When I set up, y'all know I gotta get the lights going. And I'm gonna tell y'all about this nasty motherfucker in a minute. I'm gonna tell y'all the shit that Raisin did if y'all haven't already seen it on Instagram. I'm gonna tell y'all what he did yesterday. Anyway, Friday I get the I set up. I gotta get the thing about a play party is there are two things that are like really important. There's a couple things that are really important, but one, the music. The music kind of sets the tone for the moment, right? And the lights also, you don't want like bright lights like this at a play party. This is not sexy. You want some type of sexy light. So I had a room that had the galaxy lights. I had a room that had the sunset lamp. I had a room that had like a blue light, a purple light, a red light. Like, you gotta get the lights right. If you're not going to do candlelight, you gotta do some pretty, like some really sexy lights. So I had the lights popping in everybody's room. You know what I'm saying? Got that all set up. Friday, boom, we had a chef come. And he made the tacos that you dip in the baby sauce, in the baby sauce, in the baby oil, the burrito tacos or barilla tacos. I don't know how to actually say it. I've been saying burrito tacos for the last year, 2 years, so I'm gonna keep saying burrito tacos. Anyway, we had him make the burrito tacos. He had lamb, chicken, fish, and a veggie option. Then he made some guac that was fire. Then he made this salad that was fire. The food was delicious. And the little dip with the taco shit, that shit was fire. Alright. Now Friday, I was a little bit tired from getting set up. And I was a little bit frustrated because I really should be starting this story talking about Thursday. I'm going to go back to Thursday. I was tired from Thursday night by Friday, right? Now, when I planned this trip, I planned it around my period. I was supposed to be getting my period this upcoming Thursday. Well, the bitch obviously had other plans for me because I got my period on Friday. I got my period the very first day of weekend playcation. Didn't I just tell y'all either last week or the week before that how my period be so good to me? She treat me so good. She know when to come. No. The bitch came 6 days early on the very first day of weekend playcation. Now, that was probably because the night before I was getting fisted. So that might have did something. That might have also been because the night before, Thursday night, I did, actually technically Friday morning, the morning of weekend playcation, before I drove out to the house, I did anal, y'all. I did anal. Before I even get into that, I don't have an outline. As y'all see, I'm not on my phone and shit. I don't have an outline. I'm just going. Which means I'm going to jump around. I got ADHD. We did not take our Adderall today. I actually haven't been taking my Adderall for like the last week because I miss eating food regularly. And I'm trying to get back to thick Maj, you feel me? But so this is gonna be, a very jumped around episode. Work with me. If it's too much, I understand. But this is where y'all gonna get an inside look at the way my brain goes. Anyway, so like I was saying, Friday morning, I did anal for the first time. Now, I just told y'all last week how I've been doing like my anal training, right? I have been doing my anal training, wearing my plugs. I fucked myself in the ass with a little dildo and shit like that. So I didn't expect to be doing anal so soon. I was thinking like a month out I would be doing anal. No. I spent Thursday night with somebody. And I had told him that I had been doing my anal training. And he was like, well, I got a nice plug for you. Now, I take plugs. I take toys in my booty. All of that, right? He took this plug. It was like a beaded. It was like a beaded, like kind of like anal beaded plug kind of situation. But it was like metal. And it had small balls up until like these bigger balls. Think of kind of like a snowman, but like small to big. And then there was like the big head of the plug. I actually ordered one of those same plugs because that shit was fire. And he had that after eating my pussy and sucking my pussy and choking me and fucking flogging me and spanking me. Thursday night was really fun. Thursday night was really, really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with this moment. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with this man. There was a point where, I love being choked. We talk about this. I like to be choked. There was a point where he choked me, and I think it was like right before I blacked out, or I might have even blacked out for a moment. I don't remember. But I just remember like opening my eyes and seeing him and feeling this like rush of like endorphins that just came over me, and then we just started making out, and then that's when I think we went into the other room and we started fucking. But like, breath play is so hot. Breath play is so good. Breath play is so good. Woo, child. That was Thursday. I don't even think we had sex Thursday night, technically, like before we went to bed. It was like a lot of flogging and fisting and choking and shit, and I gave him a massage. But Friday morning he woke up. I was kind of like shuffling around trying to like get up, and then he started talking to me. I was like, fuck it, I guess we up. And then out of nowhere we're just talking. He was like, hey, and I was like, well, he's like, sit on my face, and I was like, yes, I will. So I'm kind of like sleepy, and I go and I sit on this man's face, and he just sucking the fuck out my pussy, and I'm just riding his face, and it's great. And then I started sucking his dick, and that was great, and sucking his balls, and that was great. And then I think that's when he grabbed that butt plug. So he's putting the plug in, ball at a time, right? Ball at a time, and that junk is just feeling mad good. Like, that junk is feeling so good. And I think while he was doing it, I was like playing with my clit at the same time. So he's doing that, and at one point he was like, I could probably put my dick in here. And I was like, let's do it. The Kermit meme with the hood. I turned into my own hooded Kermit. I was like, let's do it. And so he put a condom on, lubed up, and slowly just, started putting his dick in my ass. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let me take a little sip. Oh, by the way, I am drinking tonight. I'm drinking a sorrow and ginger, and I add a little bit of rum to it. It's a good little situation going. Anyway, so did anal Friday morning. It was literally like 7:30 in the morning, and I'm doing anal, like maybe 8 o'clock. I feel like 7:30 is a little more accurate. 7:30 in the morning, and I'm doing anal for like literally the first time in my life. Enjoyable. I couldn't take his whole dick, but I am proud of what I did do, and I'm saying all that to say that's probably why a bitch got her period 6 days early. So Friday, got my period. I was tight. First, I thought it was going to just be spotting. And I was hoping it was just like a little bit of spotting because I was fisting or something, like going a little too crazy. And then I realized that was not spotting. That was a full flow. So that's my short way of saying I didn't actually have penetrative sex this weekend. Anyway, Friday. Boom. Setup. Boom. Tacos. So at this point, I'm tired, right? We ate. Got the little itis situation setting in. I'm tired because I didn't really sleep much. Was that Thursday night or Friday morning? I just been setting up and getting everything ready for this event. Now, I say, okay, we did our consent speech. We did our house rules. I said, okay, I am off duty. I am taking the host hat off. I'm about to take a shower and put on some sexy clothes. And I'll be back. Y'all eat, be merry, do what y'all do, right? Now, we had planned to play games and do icebreaker things so that everybody could get, warmed up. That's not how I like to do things. I like to just jump into shit. But I understand that, everybody needs their time to like warm up in these type of spaces, right? Well, I went to take a shower and change into something sexier. I was going for maybe an hour, probably 45 minutes. Yo, I came downstairs. These niggas was already at it. They were already at it. Now, I was shocked because, some of these people didn't know each other. And so I was expecting them to take a little bit more time. We didn't play the damn Connect 4. We had the Twister. We had fucking what's the one with the cards? The fucking, I can't remember. We had all types of games prepared. We had prizes for all of these games prepared. We didn't play not one of them damn games this entire fucking weekend. Not one. Not one. I came downstairs and they were already at it. And so I'm proud. I was like, wow, this is what I like to see, but it still caught me off guard. There was people on the massage table getting rubbed down. There was fucking wands going. His dicks getting sucked. It was great. All right, that was when I first came downstairs. What things did I see Friday night? I saw someone with a strapless dildo. Somebody getting with a shorty with a strapless dildo. Another shorty was riding her. I saw a lot of massages on the table. I saw a lot of orgasm control, orgasm denial. Oh my gosh, I saw so much stuff happen. Like I was eating somebody's pussy while she was sucking dick, while somebody was sucking her titty, while somebody was eating his ass. It was just a whole feast of amazingness. Now, one thing that I did do was I set up my camera in the laundry room, and we call that the confessional, right? So we were able to record confessionals throughout the weekend. The camera was always set up, and so people could just go in there, record their confessional or whatever. So I'm actually really excited because after I'm done recording this episode, I'm going to get on a Zoom call with all of the attendees from Weekend Playcation so we can watch all of the confessionals together, because I know that that's going to be some funny shit. Anyway, Friday night was lit. Friday night, we went to sleep at, I don't know, God, maybe 4, 5. Like, this night was going on all night long. Like, they were really getting to it. Like, really getting to it. So, Saturday, we wake up, breakfast. We cook breakfast, you know what I'm saying? We eat breakfast as a family. It was lit. Saturday, we went to the gun range. Like I said, on Saturday, it was our outing. I wanted to make sure we did at least one thing outside. We didn't just stay in the house the whole time. Even though if we would have stayed in the house, I don't think anybody would have been upset. But we did go to the gun range. We did that. Really fun. Came back in the house. By the time we came back in the house, it was kind of time to start preparing for like dinner. So we did that. Saturday was also our red night. So we did that. We got some cupcakes. Sweets by Carmen made the most delicious cupcakes. There was a chocolate cupcake with like a cookies and cream filling thing. But the vanilla cupcake with the tres leches filling, literally, you bite into the cupcake and it just like busts in your mouth. It just oozed and drips this most delicious filling in your mouth, and it just got on your hand. Oh my God, those cupcakes were good. We had a birthday guy on the trip. We actually had 3 birthday people on the trip. 2 of their birthdays had passed, and one of their birthdays was that Saturday. So the birthday boy got a very special treatment. Now, birthday boy got tied up in kind of like a Wakanda situation. Right? He got tied up, and he just got used and abused and taken advantage of in the sexiest way possible. While he was tied up, he got his dick sucked. He got his dick sucked a lot. I remember at one point, definitely was shroomy, sitting on the floor, and the woman that tied him up was like, did anybody else want to do anything? Okay, I'm going to have to take that out. Did anybody else want to do anything to him before I untie him? And I was like, oh my God, I haven't sucked his dick yet. So I went over there and sucked his dick, and it was great, and it was fun. Also Saturday night, I watched, I think, 4 women on a twin size bed doing there was a lot going on. The way that all these women were just configured on this bed, it was kind of impressive. And there were just a lot happening on that bed. It was beautiful. Yo, I'm so mad I was on my period. I'm so fucking mad I got my period. Anyway, I know at one point I was super shroomy. And I love myself. I love to look at myself. I love to touch myself. I love myself a lot. And I was super shroomy. And I just know at one point I was in this mirror in this room, just dancing and just sexy, just sliding across the floor like a fucking sexy ass fucking worm, just sliding across this floor. It was like It was definitely some super shroomy shit. But you couldn't tell me that I was not the sexiest bitch on the planet sliding across this fucking floor in my lingerie or drought. You couldn't tell me that I was not. Oh my gosh. Super, super shroomy. You know who you are. Thank you for the fucking... This was literally the sweetest gift that anybody could have like provided to the house. Honestly. I got stuff left in here. And so I'm definitely going to be taking those. Probably this upcoming weekend because I got a party. I got a sleepover to go to this upcoming weekend. Super excited about that. So that was Saturday. Saturday, I literally did not sleep. I did not sleep. Like Saturday going into Sunday, I literally did not sleep. I literally stayed up all night. There's a reason that I stayed up all night, and it had nothing to do with sex, but I literally stayed up all night long. Did not sleep. So much so that on my way home, I had to pull over at a rest stop and like sleep for I think 30 minutes. I just set an alarm for 30 minutes. I had to close my eyes because if not I was gonna die driving home. But didn't sleep. One of my favorite parts of this trip, I have a couple highlights, but one of my favorite things about this trip, honestly, was the women on this trip. Saturday night into Sunday morning, me and some of the girls ended up just staying up, talking, eating snacks, laughing, and it really solidified, I don't want to say it solidified, but it created this bond, and that we all felt this level of sisterhood that we all really felt in this space. Like, yes, kink is fun and swinging is fun and the sex is great, but my favorite thing about this community, other than what it teaches you about yourself, is the people. That is my favorite thing about this community. They are the most down to earth, most of them. I can't, obviously I can't put a blanket statement over all of them, but like in my experience, my kinky friends and the people that I've met in this community and this lifestyle are the most like down to earth, the coolest, the dopest, like the most interesting, the most like open and like honest, not just like honest with other people, but like honest with themselves. Like it takes a level of, especially for a woman in this very patriarchal society, it takes a level of self-realization. Is that the word I want to use? I'll use that word for now. It takes a level of self-realization to be in this community and to be doing the things that we do as a woman, especially as a black woman. You just have to be, you have to be just a certain level of self-aware. And so to be surrounded by other women that have that same similar mindset, who are at that same kind of mental place, it is beautiful. I met someone on this trip who I didn't know. There was quite a few people on this trip that I didn't know before this trip. Some I did know. But I met some people on this trip that, one person in particular that I'm thinking about, who, she reminded me so much of me. Like a younger version of me. And I don't want to say that's why I think that she's cool. That's definitely one of the reasons why I think that she was so cool. But like, she just reminded me of me in a way that I was like, wow. Like, I remember when I first came into this like lifestyle, into this community, and I was just like, I want to do that, and I want to try that, and I'm going to do that. And then I started realizing things about myself. I was like, wow, I like that. What? How do I like that? What is, like, I just, it is the sweetest thing. Low key, I feel like I want to take her on like little sister, because she just reminded me so much of me, and I just want to make sure that she has somebody in this community that she can come to. I want to make sure everybody does, but she in particular, she just reminded me of myself a lot. Anyway, but the women on this trip were just super dope. They were super dope. And in the night, having that smoke session with them and literally breaking day, staying up all night with them and just talking and laughing about shit that didn't even have anything to do with like kink, just talking and shit. It was great. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Another highlight was on this trip was falling in love with someone who I've already liked, someone who I was really cool with, but realizing that I'm gonna marry this bitch I love her. Okay, Janelle, I love you. And I'm going to marry you. All right. I'm saying it. I said it to you. I said it to everybody in the house. And now I'm saying it to the listeners of the Funsexual podcast, bitch. I'm going to marry you. Anyway, she is just the most amazing, like, enticing person I've ever seen. I watched this woman suck the life out of a man. Literally, like, he was holding on to the wall because if he didn't, he would have fallen. I watched her suck the life out of this man. It was amazing. It was amazing. Now, I'm a dick sucker. That was something special, though. That was not dick sucking. That was something complete. We can't even compare the two. We can't compare the two. That was something else. It was amazing. And I loved watching it. There's a video of it, too. That shit was fucking hot. That shit was fire. Anyway, that was another highlight of this trip. Sunday, we had to pack up and get the fuck out this house. Now, I know that I was on some other shit that weekend playcation weekend, because y'all know, I've said it before, I don't drink liquor, for real. I drink wine and champagne for the most part, right? Well, your girl was taking shots. First of all, that's first. I was taking shots of tequila and vodka. I was taking shots of tequila and vodka. What the fuck is this? 2012? What am I, in college? I don't do that. That is not what I do. I don't think y'all understand how, like, off-brand that is for me. That is not what I do. Okay? I was taking shots of tequila and vodka, and I was throwing them shits back like it was nothing. I remember getting a little bit mixy, getting a little bit, saucy, but I never really got drunk, and I didn't have a hangover, which is how I know that I must be coming into something, a different, I must be coming into my, like, adult self or some shit, because I was the queen of a fucking hangover. I stayed with a hangover. No matter how much I drink, no matter how much water I drink, no matter if I threw up after Pedialyte, the damn Gatorade, the eating greasy food. I done tried every hangover method. None of that shit has ever worked for me. I didn't have a hangover, probably because I feel like you gotta probably sleep to get a hangover. So I ain't have a hangover, and I didn't get, don't you jump on that table. And I didn't get fucked up drunk. Don't you jump on that table. Back up. I didn't get fucked up drunk. So that's how I know I'm somebody different. I ain't who I used to be, y'all. Whole new bitch. New titties, new bitch. All of it. New. I got a new pussy too. I am a whole new bitch. I'm a whole new bitch. It's lit. So yeah, that was weekend playcation. I remember, I think it was Saturday night. Either it was Saturday night or Friday. I can't remember what night. There was a point where I looked around. I remember standing, like, in the living room and watching just all of the stuff that was happening. And I remember looking around and being like, yo, this shit is really beautiful. Like, on some, not even on, like, a sexual level, just on a human level. Just being able to bring people together to enjoy one another. The group sex that occurred was beautiful. Watching people jumping in to play with one another to satisfy one person. I think there's this thing for me about watching, like, one person being satisfied by a whole bunch of people, and it's not even just about that person. It's the other people's desire to satisfy that one person. That I like that. I like that. I like to be one of the people helping satisfy. I also like to be the person. Like, there's something really special about that, and I think it's the way that it's the pleasure. It's like pleasure magnified to the 30,000th fucking exponential. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's pleasure is such a beautiful thing, and I think we deprive ourselves of it we deprive ourselves of pleasure. Like, we don't want to eat certain things because it has too many calories, and we don't want to spend certain money because we want to save, and we deprive ourselves of pleasure so much. We don't go out because we want to sleep, and we don't buy that thing because we don't want to spend the money on that, and we don't have the sex that we want to have because we judge ourselves. Like, we deprive ourselves of pleasure in so many ways that when there's a moment when you can throw yourself into pleasure, and not even just throw yourself into pleasure, but have other people adding into that experience because they want to make sure that you are pleasured as well. It's beautiful, and that's what this shit is. It is all in and around and based and seen in pleasure, in things that feel good and in things that feel right. And I love creating spaces for people to have those experiences. I love seeing people being pleased. I love to experience pleasure in all of the ways that I can. I love learning different ways that I can please myself. I love experimenting and trying different things and discovering new ways and new waves of pleasure. I absolutely love that. So Weekend Playcation, Long Pond, Pennsylvania, Pocono Mountains, owes me nothing. Owes me nothing. That was a beautiful event. The people there, beautiful. The vibes, fucking beautiful. We had no problems. We had no altercations. We had no attitude. I had a little attitude. I'm not going to lie. I had a little attitude. I was a little frustrated on Friday. But that's a whole nother story. Anyway, it was beautiful. It was amazing. I can't think of many ways that it could have been better. I cannot think of many ways that it could have been better. That was a very well done event. Patting myself on the back, but also patting the people, like giving a round of applause to the people that came, because y'all really showed up, y'all showed out, and I am so happy to have been able to create that space for you guys to let loose just for that weekend, even if it was just for that weekend. So that was dope. My Thursday night was really dope. Raisin's in his litter box, and so he starts doing the scratchy thing that cats do sometimes. That was dope. Now, let me tell y'all about this nigga Raisin, right? Y'all know I love my fucking cat. I love him like crazy. Okay. Let me grab this thing. So, Raisin is not a cat that is into toys. Like, I got him all the balls, all the scratchy, this, that, and the fifth. I've gotten Raisin all of the toys in the fucking world. Raisin's not into toys, right? But I went to the pet store the other day looking for some cat food. And as I walked out, I walked through the toy aisle. And I said, you know what? Let me just get Raisin a toy, right? So I got him this thing, which I initially thought was, I literally just picked it up. I didn't look much at it. I just picked it up and said, let me just get him a toy and take it home to him or whatever. Just, I don't know, just because. So initially I was like, this shit is a monkey. First of all, this thing is a fucking sloth. Look at it. It's a sloth, right? And so he had this thing for a day, and he actually liked it. Like, it has little, like, sounds like a little plastic bag, some shit in the legs or whatever. He actually liked this toy, and I was like, wow, Raisin likes this toy. He was like dragging it around the room and dragging it around the house and chewing on it and biting on it and shit like that. And I was like, okay, wow, he actually, like, he doesn't even like toys, and he likes this toy. So I was very happy and very proud that I got my baby a toy that he actually likes, because Raisin isn't like one of those super active cats that plays much. So the fact that he had something that he wanted to play with made me happy. Like, I like seeing him play, because, you know, he's happy. He's trying to take the toy back out of my hand. This little nigga yesterday, I'm struggling with this. I really am struggling with this. This is my baby. This is my son. This is my baby. I got this cat when he was 3 months old, and I've had him for 4 years. I've celebrated all of his birthdays. This is my little Scorpio baby. This little nigga was dragging this toy around yesterday, sitting down making harnesses, and he took this toy. He is dragging it around. This motherfucker got it under him and started humping this poor little sloth. I am still very uncomfortable with the fact that my cat is humping anything. He was humping it like the way like dogs hump toys and shit and legs. he was fucking the shit out of this fucking sloth. And look at this stupid ass sloth with a smile on his face. Like, that's my baby. Like, that's my baby. This is my baby. Like, he's 4. Watching him hump this sloth was the most uncomfortable thing. And the fact that he was, like, looking at me while he was doing it. Like, really intensely, like, looking at me while he was humping this sloth. Or I would, like, move it, and I would throw it, and he would drag it right back in front of me while he humped it. It was a lot. My cat is fixed, so he shouldn't be doing that. But, yeah, here we are. And when he was done, you know what this nigga did when he was done? Left the sloth, crawled into my lap, and went to sleep. How dare you? You nasty. Then I talked to some friends because I couldn't believe it. I didn't know cats did that. Did y'all know that cats did that? Because they fucking do. I had to call some friends, and they was like, well, he is not 4 in human years. So I looked it up. Raisin is 33 in human years. He's 4 in cat years. He's 32, 33 in human years. That nigga older than me. So maybe I shouldn't be so upset. I'm not upset. I'm just disturbed. I'm really just disturbed. But fuck it. Like, fuck it. I don't know. I'm processing my thoughts with it, but like it's a little bit much for me. So that's how I was feeling about Raisin. Again, there was no outline for this, so I'm not putting y'all on to anything this week. I'm not gonna give you guys any songs today. I really wanted to say thank you to everyone that came out to Weekend Playcation. I had somebody come up to me, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that, and say, I know somebody that y'all interviewed for Weekend Playcation and you didn't select them and they felt the way. And to those people, I'm not going to coddle you, but I am going to say, if you didn't get selected to come to Weekend Playcation, it has nothing to do with you and us not liking you. I know that I had you are not about to hump that toy right now. No. Poor little sloth. I had a very specific vision in mind of what I wanted this trip to be and how I wanted this trip to be and who I wanted to be there. It didn't have anything to do with looks. It didn't have anything to do with age. It didn't have necessarily anything to do with experience. It had a little bit to do with experience. It had everything to do with your energy and how bright that energy was and how bright that energy came across to me during the vetting process. It had everything to do with your understanding of consent and what that looked like. And that's mostly what it was. I needed, for this trip in particular, I needed bright energy on this trip because I wanted it to be a very high energy trip. And that's exactly what it turned out being. So if you didn't get selected to come on this trip and you got interviewed, please don't take it, don't take that shit hard or anything like that. We were looking for something very, and I know there was this one particular couple that we really, really liked and we really wanted to bring them on this trip, but we had to pick between them and someone else, and the other couple got selected. So that's just that. I do want to thank the sponsors. I do want to thank the people that came. I don't want to thank my fucking period, you stupid bitch, because you came at the wrong time and I was trying to be a nasty ass bitch and you really fucked that up for me. 6 days early. 6 days early? 6 days early for real? Like, that's how you're treating me now? You were doing so good. We were like this, and you really just said, nah, fucking up her whole weekend. Fucking up her whole fucking whatever. It doesn't even matter. It literally doesn't even matter. Because obviously, voyeuring, I had a great time. Being a mouth and 2 hands, I also really enjoyed that. So all in all, it was a great weekend. Now, upcoming before I get out of here. This week, I have been in the process of trying to get Solstice, the bus, put in storage. Well, a couple hours before I sat down to record this lovely episode, she is finally in storage. And what does that mean that she's in storage? That means that I am moving to Mexico. Yeah. Only for a month at least to start. I'm moving to Mexico. I'm actually trying to do that next week for real, but we'll see. Your girl is moving to Mexico. I want to move to Mexico for a month. I just need to get away. I really just need to get away and woosah and be in the sun and be on the beach. That's when I feel good. That's when I like my body physically feels really good when I'm in the sun and on the beach and near water, and I just need that in my life right now. I am coming into me season. I can tell that I'm coming into me season because I have a lot of people that are around me that are saying the things that I needed to hear to push me into me season. Getting the same messages over and over again from different people who don't even know each other. Things are aligning for me. The universe is really putting me on a path and things are aligning. And before I want to go and jump into certain things, I feel like I need to sit down and like plan and but I need to be in my element. I need to be in my full self and be feeling my full self before I, in order to do that. And I feel like going to Mexico for the month will give me the time to mentally put myself in a good space where I can really sit down and plan and just have things unfold the way I need them to. So I'm moving to Mexico for a month, and the bus is in storage, so I can make that move now. So the podcast is going to probably look a little different upcoming. Work with me. I am doing the best that I can with what I got and what I know. Okay, so I love y'all so much. I had to have several reminders in these last couple days. And so the affirmation that I'm going to leave y'all with is, I am the sauce. I am the sauce. I am that sauce. I am that bitch. I am that bitch. You are that bitch. You are the sauce. Okay? Don't wait for somebody to tell you that you're the sauce, because you are the sauce. You've been the sauce. Nobody can do you the way you do you. All right? And so, with that being said, I'm a peace out. Later, y'all.